something different, something powerful. Change your world. Okay, so let's get started here. We'll be running down this, I guess, for about 20 minutes, give or take. And I just wanted to give you some more background on some of the stuff that we need to think about when we're recognizing our powers under the law of attraction as creators. So we'll look at some of that, and we'll look at some details of this program, which it really is something different. And if it's a match to you, then I guess we'd love to have you explore with us being in this program. So let's move ahead here. Change Your World is a 30-day intensive focus on the art of creating a new reality. The program runs for 30 days, June 1 to June 30, and we're offering it now for the first time to our members, our guests, and our YouTube channel subscribers. Yesterday's hangout was background, all about knowing who you are, how the game works, understanding the shape of your consciousness, and what it really means to make a change. Today we'll begin to move beyond just understanding how it all works and into the actual doing of it, and into the new thinking habits you need to develop, and rediscovering, of course, why you're here in this game of life on Earth. Quick recap from yesterday. 4 of us leading this community, myself and Rachel and Marybeth and Kathy, took upon ourselves in February to meet every day to discuss how the day went on a scale of +5, fantastic, through 0 to -5, not so good, and commit to also what we're going to create tomorrow. So look ahead for tomorrow. And to say that it's been huge is an understatement. It's been fantastic. And now we've built what we've learned into something quite different, a program we call Change Your World. Not just theory, but practice. It's going to be daily practice through the month of June. I don't know of any program that was ever quite constructed like this. And it's in some ways an experiment, but when we were in this process of deciding, could we take this to a wider audience, the question came up, well, we have to, because it works. And so here we are. Let's face it, folks, we're all engaged in some version or other of this highly complex game of life on Earth. And we spend a lot of time practicing reality thinking, most of our time. And when reality sucks, we find ourselves trapped by seeming inevitabilities. The truth, however, the simple truth, the real truth, is that by law of attraction, we create our own reality. The truth may be simple, but changing our long-established habits of thought is the trick. It takes focus, commitment, and practice. Today, we'll talk some more about what change actually means, about the 10 key affirmations that are really useful in helping us get this stuff into our bones, what's in the June program, and we'll be pointing you to sign-up information. So let's get into it, and I'm going to bring through here Tara. Welcome. Today, let's talk a little about really knowing who you are at all levels within you. Let's begin here. From our perspective, many of you who have come to understand a little about the law of attraction see it as something you can apply to making small changes in your life. And you certainly can. And it's fun. And that's wonderful. And then, to use this one's words, sometimes reality really sucks. And instead of small changes, you want to make big ones. You've all heard us say that what you can create is limited only by your imagination, and that has no limits. You've heard us say there's nothing you cannot change. But then you find yourself up against something big, and it's as if your faces are pressed hard up against the window, and reality is right there in front of you, and it seems unconquerable and inevitable. So our intent is to equip you with a more durable awareness of your role in this game of life on Earth. And over these next few weeks, we're going to encourage you to get it into your bones, or more accurately, into your subconscious and your superconscious, and give it a green card. Give it permanent resident status. It's a process you can start at any time. The sooner the better. We recommend you don't put it off until disaster looms over you. But we also want you to know that even then, as always, when you let go of all resistance, your cork will bob to the surface. Your natural state is well-being. As this one said earlier, it takes commitment, focus, and practice. It means a little less day by day and hour by hour focus on reality, and a lot more focus on the truth of who you are. It means learning to live life within the context of the best two questions you can ever ask yourself. How do I feel? And what do I want now? To help you in this process, we've put together what has turned out to be the top 10 list of truths about you. Now, you're not going to remember these right off the bat here, but we are going to do a little practice today, and these folk will be building them into a new affirmation audio as a resource for the program. If you must be compulsive about anything, we recommend you be compulsive about these truths and get these ideas within you. Remember, we're striving for a durable awareness. We're striving for mastery. You can be a master at this. So here's the 10 truths. Think along with us here about each of these. Reality is virtual. It's an inside job. There's nothing you cannot be, do, or have. And there's nothing you cannot be, do, or have, because once you have the mechanism down, then our galaxy is as easy to create as a hot meal. Once you have the process down, all things are available to you. Number 2, if you believe reality, you reinforce it. A new belief choice creates a new reality. You see, your beliefs are not based upon observing reality. Your reality that shows up is a function of what you have chosen to believe. And that's upside down from the way you've often looked at the world as you look at the world day by day and hour by hour. But it is the truth. It is the truth of who you are, and it is the truth of that illusion that you're creating, that you call the world around you. Number 3, the present is all there is. Be in the present now. In other words, don't waste your time on energy on what was, on regrets. And don't waste your time on worrying about any version of a potential future that isn't what you want. Be in the present moment, and if you must think about the future, do it in eager anticipation of that which is going to show up to match your dreams. Number 4, who's in charge? The consciousness that is you. It is the consciousness that is listening to these words and watching this video. That is the consciousness that makes all the choices. You are the decider. Number 5. If bad ideas are hovering, bring them into the light and let them go. This is the basis of our really popular letting go process. If you're feeling bad about something, sometimes distracting yourself with other thoughts and it can get you to a better feeling place. But that bad feeling thought, that worry about something, if it's lingering, if it persists, if it's hovering in the background, it's time to get rid of it. Bring it into the light, let it go. Number 6, treat yourself with enormous compassion, which is the opposite of the commandment number 4, which is thou shalt not beat up on thyself. Really important to treat yourself with enormous compassion. Number 7, how is not your job. Focus on what feels good and doors will appear before you that you never knew existed. Do not get trapped into the dreaded hows. When you think about the possibility of something, your mind leaps to the hows, but how is not your job. Your job is what? What do I want now? Number 8, creation is moment by moment. Everything can change in an instant. Now, it may not change in an instant, depending on you getting into alignment with the thought that is of the thing that you want. But if you can get that alignment, if that alignment springs towards you, if that alignment becomes a part of you, then manifestation is immediate. Anything can change in an instant. And we have seen how powerful that thought can be when you're up against things. Number 9, every small choice of a better feeling thought causes a shift in reality. Every small choice of a better feeling thought causes a shift in reality. And as you think of that and start to anticipate that shift in reality, so you are reinforcing the thought and reinforcing that shift. Number 10, your natural state is well-being. When you drop resistance, you float. We love the Abraham analogy of holding the cork under the surface of the water. And the instant you let it go, it bobs to the surface. That is your natural state. That is the inherent nature of who you are. When you drop resistance, you'll bob to the surface. Here's some words from Abraham through Esther Hicks this week. They are particularly relevant to truth number 8, which was creation is a moment-by-moment thing. Everything can change in an instant. You could stand here sick with 10 illnesses today, and tomorrow have no evidence of any of them. Your body has the ability to replenish itself that fast. But most of you do not have the ability to change your thoughts that fast. So the amount of time that it takes between sickness and wellness is only the amount of time that it takes for me to figure out how to let it in, for me to figure out how to feel good when I'm looking at something that makes me feel bad. Also this week, from the universe through Mike Dooley, particularly relevant to our truth number 6, treat yourself with enormous compassion. What if the coolest person on the planet didn't know they were the coolest person on the planet? Because of a few self-doubts, a few trace fears, or the occasional twang of inadequacy, or because they somehow thought fame or wealth or popularity mattered, or because they just didn't know the effect they had on others. It would be a pity, huh? A real travesty. And, of course, telling them wouldn't achieve much because they'd never believe you. Never. They'd be too modest to accept it. So, think as highly of yourself as you possibly can, because no matter how high that is, you will still undershoot the truth. Treat yourself with enormous compassion, because no matter how high you think of yourself, you will still undershoot the truth. And we say, Amen. In our words, without exception, what you are attracting into your experience is a world that matches what you have chosen to believe about it. If you wish to change your world, the simple truth is you must change those beliefs of yours. You have no choice. But when you've managed to create a disaster or two, and in this game of life on earth, you all seem to create a few of those, that disaster looms front and center in your perceptions. And it's not so easy to immediately change the screenplay of the movie. But you can. And in this program, we'll be exploring with you how you can talk yourself off the ledge and regain conscious control of the story. We'll be reaffirming with you, as we always do, the facts of life. We're going to talk about always being compassionate with yourself. We're going to talk about techniques that help. We're going to talk about guided visualizations you can use. We're going to talk about making different choices. And while we're going to have you focus away from hows and towards where you want to be, we're also going to have you recognize that every small choice to a better feeling thought causes a shift. And those differences add up to different outcomes. If you commit to thought actions that make sense and couple that with a little positive dreaming about what you want, the good stuff will show up. Good. We look forward to our discussions. For now, we will step back and leave you be. Good. So, what's in this Change Your World program? We're asking you for a decision by the end of Memorial Day on Monday, May the 28th, because we want to spend the next 3 days, May 29 through 31, Tuesday through Thursday, having one-on-one calls with you and setting up the way the program is going to work and finding out what works for you in terms of times and schedules and so on. And it'll be 30 days and 30 calls. Nominally, probably, hopefully about 30 minutes, in which we'll do a run around of the people on the call and say, how was your day and what is the next day going to be like? And you know you're going to be reporting in at each of these days. And so it's going to be you doing your homework here, if you will. It's adding to we match your commitment to make a change here. They'll be recorded. We're recording the calls and available, but we encourage you to make this a priority because changing your life is not a trivial exercise. There will be 2 one-on-ones with the team in Tara. Once again, nominally 30 minutes. And we've been thinking today that maybe we'll put an optional batch of additional one-on-ones if you'd like to have that as a part of the program in there. And so we're not going to leave any question unanswered. We're not going to leave you hanging out there with questions that you still have about the way things work and who you are and anything like that. So our intent is to have you come out of this 30 days with a new perspective on the world and a new awareness of who you are on an ongoing basis. So we'll be providing guided visualizations, audios that you can use, and we encourage you to use them. Just take the time. And of course, during this period, you can come to our regular member calls and you can ask questions, any questions that you have. And there will be, as always with our programs, an optional graduate follow-on program. So there'll be a way of continuing this, nominally 2 calls a week and so on. But we'll see how the program shapes out. Well, it's a decision we'll be making towards the end of June. So introductory offer, special Memorial Day price for guests and YouTube subscribers. It's a 2-month subscription of $97 per month, and members get 50% off. Details and links will be emailed and will be in the Hangout description sometime tomorrow. Offer expires end of Monday, so grab it while it's going. There's a limited audience we have here. I'm thinking probably 12 is going to be about as many as we'll be able to handle, but we'll see. So we'll see what times everyone wants and so on. So first in, best dressed. Good. So change your world. June 2018, make June 2018 the turning point in your life, perhaps. And today, as we did yesterday, we're going to have a longer discussion and bring any questions you have onto our open call line. We'll be over there in a couple of minutes. Number is 1712-432-0075 and the PIN is 101830. Join us if you have questions. Remember, details and links will be emailed and will be in the Hangout description tomorrow. Offer expires end of Monday. Good. So thanks, folks, and we'll catch up with you soon.